You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
And now, World Improv Network proudly presents Community Court.
When common decency between two parties cannot solve a dispute, Community Court is there to solve the problem.
All rise for the Most Honorable Judge Kenneth Vicarro.
Hello, 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 and welcome back. I'm in a good mood today. I'll just say that. And let's just jump right into it. So, we have our honorable plaintiff, Smokey the Bear. Hey there.
Hello. It's good to be here.
Well, you look exhausted.
Well, I'm more traumatized. I haven't slept for weeks. I have nightmares all the time.
My gosh. Well, we're going to get to the bottom of that in just a second here. And, we've got our defendant, Mr. Vladimir Putin.
Boo. Da.
All right. Da.
Yes, I am Vladimir Putin. I am best English speaker.
All right. Well, here's the thing, Mr. Putin, with your great English and all, you are being accused of entrapment, kidnapping, and cruel and unusual behaviors.
Can I add psychological endangerment to that list?
Yeah, sure.
No.
All right.
I'm sorry. Quiet down, everyone. It's okay. That's my wife in the audience with our children.
That's a nice show of support.
I like the bear. I like to write bear. Can I write your wife, please? No! That's... You ruin lives, Mr. Putin. You have seen me with no shirt on. I am good looking. I ride bear into the woods and forest. That is why you must ride. I must ride you, and I want to ride your wife into battle into the Ukraine. This is what I'm talking about, Your Honor. He's only concerned with what he wants, and he doesn't care who he hurts.
Well, now see, all right, order.
True.
Well, here's the thing. You need to substantiate these claims, and if you could maybe delve into some more detail as to what it is you're accusing Mr. Putin of doing to you, for the court record, please.
Well, it was 5 weeks ago. I thought I had been called to Moscow for your basic, conference that I do where I talk about fire safety in the forest.
Right.
So they have a lot of forest in Taiga. And when I arrived...
And who was it that reached out to you? And
Mr. Putin himself.
Mr. Putin himself,
asked
all
me
right.
to be there. He shot me an email on my website.
And I see that right here. I have a copy of that email.
Yep, and here's also my contract for the service that I was to provide, the conference I was to give. But when I arrived, Mr. Putin flew me in on a private plane. And when I arrived, he met me on the tarmac, covered my head in a cloth, and put me on what I can only assume is a series of military vehicles. This was very loud and cold. And when the bag was removed, we were on the front lines outside a camp of resistors in Ukraine. Mr. Putin was on my back, whipping me with the crop. He had an AK-47 in his other hand, and we were charging the camp. You have no contractual rights as bear. You no longer are important to the U.S. as Smokey the Bear. That is why I want to give you honor and dignity to possibly die in battle with me on your
back.
I don't want honor and dignity. President Putin, they are not important to me.
I gave you a very good plane ride. I could have made you ride scooter instead, all the way to Moscow. That was in the contract. However, I give you private flight.
So, you're admitting that you took me into battle with you upon my back, sir?
Of course, I needed to make a photo op for the people back in Russia, that the president is strong, that the stupid Ukrainians will not be able to resist. And you did a good job.
Well,
so why you sue? I maybe give you bonus. Perhaps I'll let you eat 15 pieces of rabbit.
Your Honor, I would have been more than okay to do a photo shoot with President Putin, but engaging in battle was psychologically damaging. My bear instincts took over. I tore several Ukrainians limb from limb. I had never tasted human flesh before, and now, in my dreams, all I see are dead Ukrainians in the mass grave that was dug afterward, after together President Putin and I massacred over 2,342 Ukrainians.
And now you've got to feel what the power of your species is capable of. You are a bear. That is our logo. That is our national animal.
Okay. Let's just slow down a tick, all right? This is a lot bigger than I initially thought. All right, I was not aware of any mass grave.
That is not important, Your Honor. What is important is he did his job under the contract.
I'm gonna just make a judge call here and say, yeah, it is. 'Cause this might be community court, but sometimes it's the court of the international community, okay? And I don't have that jurisdiction quite. It just goes out to San Bernardino County. But you know what? That's still a pretty far reach. And I want to figure out what kind of mental duress were you under, and whether or not you ripped these Ukrainians limb to limb under your own volition, or whether this was induced by the treatment of Mr. Putin. Now, I have some photographic evidence of the. What was it? It was a crop, you said? What were you being whipped with?
It was a riding crop.
A riding crop, right. And I see the medical examiner's photos of the scars here. But do you have any substantial evidence, Mr. the Bear, that indicates, all right, hey, this is a fair case, everybody.
Okay.
All right, everybody gets a chance to speak. Innocent until proven guilty. All right? Now, do you have anything that can put Mr. Putin on your back, at the time?
No, Your Honor. I know that he used a bear saddle that was fitted to me specifically. It felt very good. The leather was supple, but I assume Mr. Putin has that somewhere. I don't have any physical evidence, and I would love to send you to the mass grave, but President Putin burned all the bodies in a giant pyre afterwards, which is really one of the most traumatizing aspects of this whole situation.
Your Honor, I want to say that I have the saddle that I give him. It had the encrusted sickle and hammer on it, and that is the power that made him turn into a bear raging red eyes.
I rest my case.
It was his bear instinct who came out and he attacked the Ukrainians without me saying much but a whip and a shot of the AK-47.
All right, so it sounds like more than a couple times during this court session, Mr. Putin, you have, you've kind of admitted to entrapment, kidnapping, and cruel and unusual behavior, and since we started adding to the docket, psychological, messed up
Judge,
stuff.
I am a Tsar. I can do what I want here in this country or anywhere else in the world.
Guilty.
Let's go live outside the courtroom with the plaintiff and defendant to hear post-trial thoughts. That was quite interesting and a quick verdict. What's going on out there, Wilford?
Right, I'm here with Smokey the Bear.
And my lovely family. My supportive wife, Tinder.
How do you feel about the judge's call?
Well, it makes me feel good that the judge has seen fit to render justice, but I don't know how I'm going to sleep at night. Honey, yeah.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in your healing and whatnot. And I'm here with Tsar
Putin.
Putin and
Best English speaker.
And the judge said you're guilty. What plans do you have now?
Does not matter what judge says. I will not pay. I am not liable. I am Tsar. No one below me can tell me what to do. I tell him what to do. I think what I will do next time I go into Ukraine, personally to ride on battle, I will get a saddle and put it on judge and ride him into battle.
Wow.
Well, the court of law has spoken, and the verdict has been made. Stay tuned next week for another fascinating episode of Community Court.
Give the Wincast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or the KZKO Win blog during the commercial break of a crime that needs to be solved during Truth and Justice. Next on KZKO.
You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.